Hey everybody, KC here. So I'm in St. Louis, and around the corner from where I'm staying, there's this building, and it's called the 100. And it's really interesting. And when I first saw this building, my first reaction was, that's really ugly. I mean, it just looked like it was a corporate headquarters to me that some CEO had built in the 60s or 70s because he wanted a monument to himself. This is the story I created in my mind. But boy, was I wrong. I was talking to a cousin of mine who lives here, and he was explaining to me that this building is actually only 3 years old. It was opened in 2020, and it was designed by an architect named Jeannie Gang, and she has a company called the Studio Gang. And it's a really fascinating building. It's highly environmentally designed. Every 4 levels basically has each apartment has a patio, the way it's designed, the way it's cantilevered. Which means a quarter of the apartments in the building have outside spaces. There's a space on top of the building. It's a community space that everybody's able to use. And because of the way the windows are slanted, first of all, none of the apartments get direct sunlight. They get light, but they don't get the heat that comes from direct sunlight. Also, you don't have to worry about the rain making the windows dirty because they're all slanted inward. In addition, the design is such that every apartment in the building has a living room with a corner, right? So it has windows on both sides. And when I started doing some research into this, after my cousin told me about it, I was fascinated by it. And this to me now is a really, really interesting building. So there's a couple of lessons here, it seems to me. First of all, one's first impression or one's first reaction to something is not always the best one. Sometimes you have to be a little bit better informed. You have somebody explain it to you. You do a little research and you find out, you know something, when I had that first reaction, I didn't really know what I was talking about. The second thing is this. The thing about this building is it stands out, right? It's not like anything else on the landscape. And my first reaction was, well, that's not really good. It should fit into the landscape. But the thing about innovators is, the first thing you build, the first design you have in a particular space, it's always going to stand out because that's what innovation does. Innovators have to be prepared that people are going to look at something and say, that just doesn't fit. Innovation often doesn't fit, but it's the thing that drives us forward. I'm now fascinated with the architecture of Jeannie Gang and Studio Gang. I'm going to do some more research and more reading about it because to me, this is the very definition of innovation. Anyway, that's what's on my mind this morning, and as always, I want to hear what's on your mind.